You're live.
I know. I was making faces at the audience. Hello, everybody. Welcome to PowerPoint Karaoke. Next slide, please. Today is the 21st of July. It's our July version of our online PowerPoint Karaoke Singapore. It's a comedy show with improvised presentations. Next slide, please. We're doing this live on Facebook, so please get your friends in. Please like, share, and subscribe. Support us on Insta, Face, Tweet, Talk app. Yep, you can follow our Instagram account here. Yep. And can I have the honor of introducing everybody to PowerPoint Karaoke Live? We are still alive. It's always important. Stay safe, everybody. Yeah, this is a show where we make PowerPoint presentations up on the spot, and our speakers will present some very, very interesting and exciting presentations just for you. And we're going to need your audience participation. But first, let's clarify. Next slide, please. We're a comedy PowerPoint show. Actually, we're using Google Slides, but if anybody is from Microsoft or Apple or even SlideShare, Prezi, we're looking for sponsors. We absolutely love it. Yep, next slide, please. And we are actually not cakes. Sorry to disappoint you. I don't know if anybody has seen this meme, but it's a lot of gifts of things actually being cake. We are not cake. We are a PowerPoint comedy show. Next slide, please. And you'll be able to catch us tonight. Or if you're watching the rebroadcast, please definitely catch us in August. You can volunteer as well to be a speaker in the August. We're always looking for speakers. We're always looking for interesting people or people who want to give this a go. And we're also going to be sponsored again by The Hive. Hello, Kashmira. Nice to see you checking in. So remember, I talked about audience participation. This is your opportunity to maximize your turnout and exercise your choice. Because tonight, our 4 speakers have no idea what they are going to be speaking about. So we're going to need you to suggest things to them. So in a few moments, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and then we're going to talk about read out some of the comments, and this is how you can participate in this show as well. So I want you to come up with your funniest comments, your zaniest comments. Please keep it clean. Your most exciting comments, and let's watch our speakers sweat, and you can have a part in that as well. So for example, we will ask you questions like this. Now that certain events in Singapore are over, what are people going to argue about next? What are the internet brigades? What is our Singapore going to debate about? What are the uncles and aunties and youngsters, young punks of Singapore Facebook going to talk about? Tell us in the comments. Tell us your suggestions for what you think people are going to be arguing about. But first, we have a message from our friend and host, The Hive. So with that, I'm going to invite Diana on.
Thanks, Darren. How's it going?
Doing good. Diana, would you like to talk a little bit about what you're doing at The Hive?
Yes, thank you. So, hi, everybody. My name is Diana. I am from The Hive, Singapore. For those who are tuning in for the first time or want to know more about The Hive, we are a network of co-working spaces for the entrepreneurially minded and growth companies. If you want to learn more about our co-working space and our memberships, as well as exploring partnerships and event opportunities, feel free to drop us a message via our Facebook, which is The Hive Singapore, or you can email us at contact@thehive.sg. We have also taken all our events online based on business, wellness, and creative. So you can check out all our event lineups on our Facebook as well to see what's in store. Thanks, Darren.
No problem. Thank you for supporting us and sharing our event. See you next month. Yep. So if you're looking for interesting courses, classes, and workshops to do online or to participate in some events with The Hive, please definitely check out The Hive Facebook page as well, or write in an email to get Diana. Now a little bit of explanation for those of you who've never watched this before. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. We have 4 exciting speakers for you this evening, as we always do. These 4 speakers, we'll introduce them one by one later. You get to see their full range of creativity and flair and skill, and you'll be able to hear them speak about subjects that they have no idea about. Here's what the format looks like. Next slide, please. They get 10 slides of 30 seconds each, and then so that means 3 minutes, because that's how time works. The slides will start, and then every 30 seconds we'll change the slides for them. They will not be able to control the slides, so they will have to keep talking as if the slides were part of their presentation. And a big part the big kicker of that is they will need to make up the slides on the spot because they don't know what the subjects of the slides are. Next slide, please. They will need to improvise and make up a convincing sounding speech, a confident sounding speech, as if they know what they're talking about, even though they don't know exactly what they're talking about. And why won't they know what they're talking about? Next slide, please. It's because you are going to provide them the subject. You are going to be the source of their ideas. You're going to be the source of their torment. You're going to provide the inspiration, the interestingness that's going to come into all of their slides. Yep. So next slide, please. Your answers become the show. Although, please don't get us into trouble with certain Internet Media Development Authorities or POFMA. Yes, Ajay, 30 seconds or 10 slides is 5 minutes. Thank you for doing math, which I cannot, which I clearly flub. Also, if you make comments, we will see them. Yep, one of our speakers, Srinath, already has a big cheering. Yep, definitely cheer for your favorite speakers and encourage all the speakers to show up. Great. So, yeah, if you come up with a funny answer, if you come up with a fancy answer, if you call them out for not being able to do math and the spur of the moment, you can watch them panic in real life. And that, for some people, is part of the joy of reality TV and the most exciting thing you'll be able to see. So, are you ready for our first speaker? So we have a little tradition. Hello, Ben. Ben's a long-time fan and supporter of the show, and he always comes in with very witty suggestions, and we're all excited and welcoming. We always welcome him. Yeah, so we have this. Well, before we move on, we want to know. Tell us, where do you want to go for holiday? Assuming certain things get better, and oh dear, that's. Yeah. Don't worry about what Lawrence Wong says. Hypothetically, where would you want to go for holiday if you could? So type your answers in the comments below. And what we're going to do is we're going to invite on our first speaker. Surprise! Hello.
Hello, Darren. How are you?
I'm doing great. Would you like to introduce yourself to the audience, please?
Sure. So my name is Andrea Abate. I'm from New York City. I've been in Singapore 4.5 years. This is an interesting picture of me staring at a moving train. And yeah, I'd say I'm a PowerPoint karaoke alum and was very surprised to find out I was going first. So fun fact, Darren, my mom has tuned in from New York. So if we're getting some overly enthusiastic commentary about my average comedy, you know it's my mom.
Oh, well, I'm sure your mom will be supportive and excited, and she'll be racing Ben to try and be as enthusiastic and excited in the comments as well. I'm glad your mom is supportive of your comedy. I hide this from my mom.
I understand why. Really, I get it. I would too.
Long-term guest of the show. Okay, so
yeah, we've
got some answers already from the audience about what where they like to go for their holidays.
Yeah.
But first of all, let's go to the next slide and let's talk about your subject for tonight. Because tonight you are going to be an immigration officer.
Ooh.
You're going to play the role of an immigration officer, and you're going to be suggesting to our audience member where they can start a new life. Okay, so what's going to be is that everybody in the audience, I'm going to suggest that you close your eyes and imagine you're in a comfortable office, like a travel agent's office, but not really. And Andrea's trying to explain to you where you should go to start a new life. You know, brand new opportunities, great jobs, great landscape. I think that was your mom, Michelle Freeman.
She wants her favorite holiday is yay, so that's good. So immigration officer suggesting where to start a new life. Lisa to the greatest city in the world, but didn't tell us where that was.
Of course, it's New York.
I was going to say Singapore, but you know.
I don't think any immigration officers are actually listening to our show, but you should watch Hamilton, the musical. It's quite cool.
Well, look, my EP probably depends on it, so I'm not going to say anything about that further. What's a good audience suggestion that we go for?
We flashed several suggestions. Greatest in the world, New York or Singapore. Ajay, True. Kokomo. I don't know where Kokomo is.
Kokomo is from a Beach Boys song. That's really funny.
Is Kokomo a real place? There is really
Not
no Kokomo in
100%.
South Florida. All right.
You can see where my husband wants to take me on holiday. Yishun. It's,
I mean, honestly, it's probably the only place you can get to without a 14 days quarantine.
fair
Such
enough.
as Africa.
Yes. All right. Darren, why don't you choose? I'm happy to.
Sure. Well, in the spirit, I just saw an advertisement for the National Day Parade this year. This year, Singapore is having 2 parades, one in the morning and one in the evening, because we need to social distancing the acts, I guess. So you know what? Why don't you be an immigration officer in America, suggesting the paradise that is Yishun?
Yishun, it is. That sounds wonderful. Okay.
Yes, I can imagine no greater delight for New Yorkers and Bostonites than to reach the far-flung, exotic Far East paradise of Yishun.
So for our international listeners, Darren, do you just want to tell everybody where and what Yishun is?
Yishun is a neighborhood in Singapore. That's all that I can say in polite company.
Cool. Well, I think that we're going to suggest to people to start a new life. And my extraordinarily limited knowledge of Yishun will hopefully make this a sparkling presentation.
It's okay. You're talking to Americans. They won't know Yishun. I mean, I live in Singapore. I don't know much about it. I've never been to Yishun myself.
Mate, they don't even know where Singapore is on a map. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, it's a place near China, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
wow.
We've got a...
Exactly. Spot on.
For some people living in Singapore, Yishun has already transcended into an emotion. It's basically moved into okay. We need to get to your presentation. So, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, so if you're watching, if you want to support Andrea, what you're going to do is you're going to type PPT in the comments, and you're going to cheer for her. She'll be able to see it, and then so we done PPT, and your time starts now.
Well, thank you for joining this webcast, my fellow Americans. These are difficult times with COVID rampaging throughout the world. And some of you may be thinking, given the political situation, the riots, and the illness ravaging the United States, now might be a wonderful time to consider relocating to one of the world's most spectacular destinations to start a new life. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to a neighborhood in Singapore called Yishun. Yishun is near the water. There's a very meaningful reservoir that collects the tropical rainwater that falls here, touches the sea, but there's a dam that separates. So if you're wondering, Southeast Asia, is the drinking water safe? The answer is yes. And in fact, Yishun's reservoir has some of the cleanest and most delicious drinking water in all of Singapore. So even the Angmos among you can feel confident that drinking your gigantic American-sized water bottles, you will be safe and have no digestive issues whatsoever. Another really important thing to consider about Yishun is the architecture. You may wonder, why would you need all of these colorful lights? Why are these arches so large? Now, Yishun is one of the most protected parts of Singapore, and even the subterranean malls that connect all of the buildings that would prevent any need for you having to walk outside on the unbelievably humid weather day to day here. That every passageway underground is actually a spectacular work of art and gives you a true sense of the perspective of just how huge Singapore is, metaphorically. And ladies, if you have curly hair like me, you're gonna want a great hairdresser. Never fear. Yishun has the best and finest local hairdressers in all of Singapore. If you have curly hair like I do, if it's not up in a ponytail, it would probably look something like an afro from the 70s. So rather than hide your fro, ladies, and perhaps some of you gentlemen, you're gonna have the opportunity to let your curls shine and have yourself groomed by a master. One of the other things I also love about Yishun is the education system. So for those of you coming with children, I want to let you know that literally education is going to get jammed down your children's throat. There will be no escape from the teachers, the lessons, and the Zoom from Yishun's best and brightest local schools. I'm not sure as Americans you're going to totally understand everything everybody is saying in the classroom day to day, but certainly they'll look great and absolutely learn. Another really fantastic reason you should think about starting your life abroad in Singapore and Yishun, it's a real taste of Asia. Look, we all have seen the news. We all think we know about, Asia Pacific or China or Southeast Asia, but there's nothing like being in the thick of it, in the literal forest to see, local people at play. Here's a photo of a local resident in Yishun enjoying a Saturday day out in the sunshine and feasting. So if you really want to build that understanding of Asia, this is your opportunity in Yishun. We also don't want to forget the very important sport, which is absolutely a family building activity. Because nobody actually goes to Yishun, there is so much open space for you, your children, your spouse, as a family to play around. No need to kick the soccer ball around in your house like you do back in America. Just think of the humid, bleak, sun-scorched, wide open spaces of Yishun that you can play sport and really come together and bond as a family without having to replace any of your electrical equipment. Another amazing thing about Singapore is that it's exactly 12 hours different from the East Coast of New York. So kids can absolutely stay in touch with grandma. Only one of them will have just gotten out of bed in the morning and not be in any mood to talk. But because Yishun has outstanding Wi-Fi connectivity, whatever phone you're using, you'll absolutely be able to stay in touch with loved ones back home. Yishun's many apartment blocks offer unbelievably gorgeous, well-decorated, lush, and posh accommodation. Now, the image you see here might not necessarily be representative of the kind of apartment you might actually get in Yishun, but please, trust me, this is a real apartment in Singapore, so representative of the kind of potential you might have if you'd like to bring your good taste with you across the world. And look, this is not for jokers. These are for serious applicants only. Yishun is unbelievably discerning about the kind of people they let in to their tight-knit community. So they don't want people who are just going to be, jokers or cat abusers or, litterers. They really want people serious about starting a new life, as I know all of you watching today are. So, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, act now, act immediately. Your computers must be on absolute fire right now, thinking, oh my God, how and when can I move to Yishun? So you know what? Smash it. Let's go, pack your bags, get to the airport. And also when you see how much your cost of living is going to be in Singapore as an expat, you're probably going to feel this way about this webcast too. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't thank you enough for your time, and I hope that this modest talk has given you the confidence and indeed the urgency to start a new life in Yishun, Singapore. Thank you.
Big round of applause for Andrea there. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was a very nice house, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's so creepy that came up. I don't know if anyone on the webcast can see it. Darren.
Yeah, hey, hang on. That looks familiar. That looks familiar. Yeah. Those four paintings.
It's a real apartment in Singapore. I wasn't lying. I just think it's weird that you clearly stand outside my window and take pictures of my flat. So that's cool. We'll talk about that offline.
No, we got Ben to help. I really like, by the way, how you described Yishun as huge, bleak, and sun-scorched. I mean,
I mean, that could be like literally, thanks, Mom. That could have been literally anywhere in Singapore I was referring to. My family loved this, by the way, so thank you guys.
We love you too.
Property prices in Yishun overnight. I don't know. I feel like it was really about it being an emotion that would make a property price go up. But yeah, let me know.
Yeah, you should also be a property estate agent. But we know that you're not, because we know that you also offer applied improv training. Is that correct? We're going to put the slide up. Yeah. So if any of you would like to learn more about applied improv and making things up on the spot, or like selling houses in Yishun, how should they contact you, Andrea?
Yeah, thanks. So in addition to my day job, I help people, well, basically do this, but imagine you do this at work rather than sweat the presentation. So we do it as team meetings or one-on-one training. So either Instagram, which is travel and expat, or on LinkedIn, which is Andrea Abate. So my mom and my husband, who are both on this performance, definitely already know how to get in touch. So thank you guys very much.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Thanks, Aaron. Good luck to the rest of the performers.
Always a pleasure to have you on. Yep. So thank you so much. That was the first presenter. So now we're going to move quickly on to our next presenter. Please tell us in the comments what warms the cockles of your heart. What makes you feel good? What makes you feel happy and cheery? What puts a smile on your face? There's a comment here from Lisa Tay. Is that not a resident of Yishun? I don't know whether you're talking about Andrea or the panda, but I don't think pandas live in Yishun, no matter what else you've heard. So definitely, please take a moment to write down what warms the cockles of your heart, what gets you smiling and excited in the comments below. Hi, Andrea's mom. And in the meantime, we're going to bring on our second speaker, Kay. Hello. I think you're on mute. We tested the mute button before we came online, and it's still working.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, excellent. Kay, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're broadcasting from?
Yes, I'm broadcasting to you all the way from Hong Kong. Not that far from Singapore.
Not that far, but still an international broadcast. Sorry,
yes,
go ahead.
International. And I'm international. Born in Scotland, grew up in Australia, been in Hong Kong for 26 years.
Excellent stuff. And you also an improv performer, as well as an applied improv trainer, as well as a long list of other things you do.
I wear many hats, like Andrea. Yes, I'm an improv performer and also an applied improvisation trainer. So I teach corporate workshops about teamwork and leadership and communication and creativity and emotional intelligence and handling change, all the things that improvisers do. Take that off stage and apply it to work and life. Yeah.
So these are all kind of things that we really need in life right now, especially in these, shall we say, troubling times, in these unprecedented times, in this new normal.
Yes. And I'm also a copywriter editor, so I'm a marketing person. And I'm interested in personal development and healing. So I have a project called The Playground of Possibilities.
And we'll talk more about that.
My favorite color is orange.
Kind of sad that you're not wearing orange now, but glad to know. Yeah. Good to know. All right. So today we are going to go talk about your topic, which is on the next slide. And you are going to be playing the role of a cult leader. Okay, you're going to be promising a new life for our disciples. So everybody who is watching, I want you to imagine that you are all disciples, acolytes, neophytes in this new religion, and Kay is going to be your cult leader, and she's going to promise you a wonderful new life and the rewards of this religion. Have you been in a cult before? Is that a sensitive question?
And I've never been in a cult before. No. But
I mean, improv. I mean, you've been to improv festivals.
Some people do call improv a cult. Yes.
Just a little bit cultish behavior. Okay, so let's look at what the audience have said that brings them joy. We're going to pull out some audience comment. Srinath says Scotch. Anuj says dinner. I don't know whether this is this did they just confuse the comment stream with like their Grab food orders? I mean, unexpected balance in my PayLah account. So that's a cash money app system. And I think Sindhu also had most excellent feel good movie. So okay. So I'm going to give you 10 slides, and you are going to present for the audience. You're going to give the audience what they want. You are going to promise them a new life full of all these rewards, earthly pleasures and delights that they can look forward to, including spicy nuggets from Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, are you ready to proselytize?
Ready, always ready.
Okay, so 10 slides, 30 seconds each. Your time starts now.
Welcome, new ones. Welcome to this introductory talk about well, let's not call it a cult, let's call it a community of like-minded souls. Thank you. So let me start my presentation by explaining a little bit about our community. Thank you. So, first slide, thank you. In our community, you will, of course, have to wear a mask because, well, you all know why. It's a problem. The pollution here is rather bad. We are working on fixing that with plenty of prayers, but it's not working yet. So we need your help to keep praying for the removal of pollution from our atmosphere. Thank you very much. So another thing that's really important about our community is family. Family is important. Relationships, you will be paired with a partner of whichever sex you prefer, it's fine. You will be paired with a partner and you will be required to procreate while wearing masks, of course. Now, you can smoke cigarettes, that's safe, but the pollution outside, that's not safe. But if you pray every day and you do our special hand symbol, well, everything will be safe. So, and of course, you will have to ask for help from the senior one, our God, if you will, if you prefer to call her the main cat or dog or giraffe. Perhaps we do worship the giraffe here in this cult. And chickens, we do worship chickens because they're our main source of food here in our little community. So chicken rice, chicken pasta, chicken with potatoes, chicken with vegetables is fine, but you will have to help each other with the cooking. You will have to do chores in our little community because, well, we can't afford to pay you and we are giving you free accommodation. Now, this is an example of someone who's trying to eat chicken sausages with chips, but we've had to give him a bit of extra training because he hasn't quite worked out how to put the chicken in his mouth yet. We are praying for him and we're hoping that he will stop starving himself very, very soon because we need as many people as we possibly can in our little community. So now, animals are very important to our community. We have, of course, plenty of chickens and sheep, and we do like colourful sheep because we want everybody to be happy. This is a happy community. Our goal is for you to be happy now and in the afterlife as well. When you meet the great cat or dog or giraffe or whatever you choose to worship in the afterlife. So, ladies and gentlemen, we send you lots of kisses. Kisses, healthy kisses, social distanced kisses, of course. But in our little community, we do like kissing and hugging and procreative sex, of course, because we need more children and people in our little community. So I like kisses. And of course, the Rolling Stones. We worship the Rolling Stones. Now, you will have to be clean. We do expect you to be clean, to take a bath at least once a month. And with ducks. Ducks are very important because we have ducks in our farm. Of course, the great source of protein, plenty of good food here in our little community. So yes, take a bath at least once a month, and everything will be fine. No one will complain because we're all very positive here. Pigs, meat, all kinds of meat. Well, we have it here. You could have meat for dinner. You could have meat for breakfast. You could have spicy nuggets of whatever meat you can find in the kitchen. And of course, with a nice glass of scotch after dinner. That will make some of you very happy, I know. Thank you very much. So now, this is a photograph of me. Well, I mean, I do try to be humble, but you will find photographs like this all over our community, on every wall, because, well, you know, I think I do deserve a bit of credit for creating this community and inviting all of you here and offering you a safe haven from all the craziness out in the world. So, in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to come and join our little community, and you will hear amazing things going into this year, going into that year. You will hear amazing things here about the truth of life and the truth of the afterlife and our little community. Okay, well, you can call it a cult if you want to. Our little cult will promise you eternal joy and happiness and unexpected balance in your Palar account. So thank you very much and good evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
One of the classiest endings we've ever had. Good evening, good evening. Thank you very much. Wow, we've got Anuj, who's super excited and very eager to join. Well done, Kay. I think you've got your first convert. Suman says a family that smokes together goes together. Yep. Whatever floats you.
Thank you.
And Anuj is super happy. Thank you so much. And I also know that you would like to share a little bit more about the playground of possibilities. Is that right?
Yes. You want me to tell you more about it? Yes.
Maybe just in a quick blurb.
One sentence. Yes, the playground of possibilities is my concept that hit me in the head about several years ago, and I created a deck of cards, which is a personal development tool. It has 52 questions for you to ask yourself to let go of your old limiting thoughts, choose more useful ones, take action, and improvise a more resourceful, joyful way of being. So check out theplaygroundofpossibilities.com.
Yes, the URL also. And eagle eye viewers will also have spotted the case deck hidden somewhere along the slides, as well as case face.
Yes, thank you very much. Well done.
That's a little trick we like to play on our speakers. We find pictures of them and we try and put them off by using pictures of themselves. Thank you so much for your sermon, madam, and good evening. See you next time, Kate.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So now we're going to move on very quickly to our next speaker. But first, we're going to ask you, what do you want for Christmas 2020? I can tell you what I wish would be under my Christmas tree, and that's a phase 3, a gradual reopening. Super excited. If we can go back to going out more often, hanging out with friends, spending more time with people, taking classes again, the gym, working out, and of course, doing a little bit of shows on in person and live. But please tell us in the comments below, what do you want for Christmas 2020? What do you have on your wish list? What do you look for? There's a nice pun by Lisa Tay. Are you being framed? Very funny. Yep, well done. But while you tell us what do you want for Christmas, we're going to invite our third speaker, Srinath.
Hi, Darren.
Hello. Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So would you like to give us a little bit of introduction about yourself?
Sure thing. Yeah, my name is Srinath Ramachandra. I've spent a lot of my time being a consultant and now work as an analyst in a tech company. So a lot of my life is very opposite to this. I prepare hard for long hours to prepare 10 slides that I go through. So this is a very exciting experience for me because I'm just going to go with the flow and see where I landed.
Yes, I can promise you that we construct our slides. We don't even spend an hour on our slides. We are completely of you. But yeah, this is your first time doing PowerPoint karaoke. This is the first time kind of performing, and I'm sure your friends and all are commenting and cheering for you in the comments below. Okay, we're going to talk about your campaign promise, because today you are going to be taking on the character of a crooked politician making a campaign promise. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know, like in movies and TV shows, we all know crooked politicians in fiction, right?
Just in fiction. I've never seen them in real life.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
this is going to be so tough.
Yeah. You know, this is all fiction. We're all making stuff up on the spot. But you are going to be a crooked politician. You are going to make a campaign promise. So obviously, you're going to dress it up. You're going to make it sound amazing. You're going to make it sound delicious. You're going to try and get your constituents' trusts. And here are some of the comments from our viewers about what they want. From Santa Farmer, I'm not really sure what this is. Sindhu wants a vaccine for COVID. Yep, me too. There's promising results in Oxford. Everybody wants a COVID vaccine.
That seems to be a common answer.
Yep. And the quarantine. Yep. I absolutely agree about this. Evelyn is just cheering for you. I'm sure she's talking about warming the cockles of our heart.
You know, my promise for a beer has paid off finally. You know, these are just my friends showing up who want free beer. So don't take them seriously. But
hold him to it. Make him grab food you a beer.
The interesting thing, it's a politician's promise. So you know, I'm a cricket politician, so I'm going to play that card.
Yeah. So Ajay is asking if are you dressed up in formals? Actually, you know what? I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know. Oh, okay. Oh, he's wearing jeans. Okay. Yeah. Andrea's looking for an all-inclusive holiday to Yishun, as well as a mask-free massage. Maybe she gets face massages. I'm not sure. Okay, so we've got a bunch of comments over here. Are you ready to take some of these on and your campaign promise? Oh, of course.
Ooh, this is a classic. Yeah.
I would happily take a beer for Christmas. I would more want an unlimited supply of biryani. Andrea, you're off the show. Okay. Okay. Are you feeling good? Are you feeling ready?
I think I am. Let's give it a go.
Yeah. So 10 slides. We're going to be campaign politicians. If you're here to support Srinath, shout his name, chant it in the comments below, type PPT. Srinath, if you're ready, your time starts now.
Hello, everyone. Srinath Ramachandra here. Elections around the corner. So today I'm here to seek your vote. I'm going to give you 10 very convincing, very cogent reasons as to why you need to vote for me. I tell you, this is an election once in a lifetime, so you better make sure that you make the right vote. And what I'm saying is the right vote is me. Now, who wouldn't like to sit in a bathtub full of cereals and eat through the day? I would, and so would you. So if you vote for me, what I would ensure is that you will never go hungry for breakfast. You could have a biryani. This could be biryani. This could be cereal. You could be bathing in beer, by the way. Beer is very good for the skin. It's fantastic for the hair. So I promise you that if you vote me, you will definitely bathe in food. Now, what's great about life is art. And I believe in art. I started my company, a small company with a small, very limited dollar amount of $1 million. And I grew it into a $1 billion business on art. So I know everything about art. My opposition, they don't know anything about art. So I believe everyone deserves to own an art piece. And I will make sure that these sort of art pieces are there on every constituency and each of your homes. So if you believe in art, vote for me. Well, this is electric, right? This is an electrifying moment. This is an electrifying election. What I will ensure is that we will all be electrified. There will be no power shortage. I know that from where we come from, there is always power shortage. There's no internet connection, but I will make sure that when I am voted, that there's always electricity, there's always internet. So vote for me, and you'll never regret it. What about safety and safe distancing? This is one of the primary concerns of this election. I am a scientist. I know everything about science, and I will make sure that there is safe distancing followed even within the house. Well, I can't say a lot about farting because that's something that's safe. So that's something you need to sort of work out for yourself. But when it comes to COVID and inventing a COVID vaccine, I will make sure that I invest funds in the right amount with the right scientists, and that we have a vaccine so that we don't have to suffer from COVID in the coming years. Well, what about books? I think education is overrated, honestly. I don't believe need education. What is required is key skills and key life skills. So if you're okay with this, what I'm going to do is collect all the books, put it down on the pavement and the central, and just burn it away, and we can start afresh, because we are living in a new world. All the truth and all the reality doesn't make sense because most of it is fake news, absolute fake news. Well, this is my White House. This is where I work from. So I am a professional. I've been a billionaire all my life. I know how to get things done. I'm efficient. I work hard. I have a nice glass of beer down there. So those of you who wanted beer, you will always know that I'll supply beer to you, and I get stuff done. So make sure that you vote for me if you want things done. Well, I'm always into health and healthy practices. In the elections, I think sometimes you can get knee deep in shit. So, don't let that bother you. Be focused, be efficient. That's what I am. I know all my opposition is trying to pull me down and besmirch my good name, but I'm not going to let them stop me doing my good work. I will be coming around the constituency, and I'll be taking care of you and having conversations with you. What about defense? I believe in the power of war. If I get elected, I will make sure that Singapore makes a nuclear device, so that whenever Malaysia threatens that chicken rice is invented by Malaysia, I can threaten them to bomb them with with a nuclear device. So this is my promise to all of you. I will make sure that Malaysia listens to us. I've always believed in exercise. Who doesn't do this? Just before this call, I was just warming up. I was just swinging around a little bit, getting ready for it. Gymnastics and health will be a key focus for me from my election perspective. So I will make sure that there are gyms, there are playgrounds, there's available for everybody to use, and it'll be there in every corner. So yes, but the only catch is you have to wear high heels to be able to do this, and some of it might call it pole dance. So in conclusion, what I'm telling you is that I am a great politician. I am excitable. I am the new candidate. I am for the youth. I am millennial. I am here for you, and I will make sure I cater to all of your promise. Thank you so much, and vote for me.
After such an electrifying presentation, I'm surprised that if anybody doesn't vote for you. That's a very nice pun. Well done. And see all your friends and all your fans and all your district constituents and voters here all chiming in with comments about your excellent presentation. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. It was good. It's better than I thought I would do, but yeah. But
you know what?
I think
you should quit your job. I think you should quit your job and really start running for elected office.
I'm all for it. I'm dressed for it as well, so it's fantastic. Looking forward to it.
Yes, and everybody, please remember to claim your free beer, his campaign promise from Srinath right after this. Thank you so much, Srinath, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, Darren.
See you in the comments below. Okay, we're going to move very quickly on to our next word from our sponsor. This could be you. Would you like to try PowerPoint presentations where you're not prepared and you don't know the subject and you have to make things up on the spot? Would you like a chance to be in front of the many international audience and viewers from all over? Would you like a chance to show your mom that you're doing really, really well at a comedy show online? This could be you. We're always looking for speakers. If you'd like, go to PPTK.tv/tribute. You could be our next speaker. Yeah, and you don't have to be a minister to say nonsense things. You can also say it here on our stream. All right, so we are going to invite on our final speaker. But before that, we're going to ask you, what is your dream job? what do you wish you were doing instead of working all day? What do you wish your job was? What do you wish people paid you to do? Tell us in the comments below as we invite our final speaker, Bala.
Hello.
Wonderful to hear you. Wonderful to see you. How are you doing?
I'm good. I just got off a very, very long day of work.
Yeah. We're a little bit worried, but we're glad you're here. We're glad you can join us. Bala, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit?
Hi, I am Bala. I am from Bangalore, India. That's where I am right now. Hashtag international speaker. I I'm an improviser, but for my day job, I am an investment analyst with a venture capital fund. Very fancy, I know. But what I do outside work is even cooler. I'm with ICB, Improv Comedy Bangalore, which is I would say India's most prolific improvised theater company. That's me.
Oh, that's really cool. You know about that venture capital fund. I don't suppose you like to fund a small 2-man production company doing PowerPoint online
you
shows.
want me there? You want me there right now? Okay, I'm just gonna. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry, we're losing your connection. We're losing connection. Okay, Bella, we're gonna move to the next slide and we're gonna talk a little bit about your subject for today. You are going to be taking on the role of a life coach.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And so all of the audience, all the viewers, all the people who are commenting, you are going to be telling them to visualize success. You are going to be enabling our viewers, our commenters, to get the job that they want, to live the life that they want. To stop making to no longer let dreams be dreams, but to achieve the jobs that they want to achieve. So we have some comments already from our audience, and we're going to show them at the bottom of the screen. Srinath wants to be his dream job wants to be Trump's hairdresser. I mean, hey Andrea, if you want, we'll have you in next week. Kashmira wants to be a superhero. Yep, so that's cheering for ICB. Farah is just cheering for you, but yeah. So we have. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I guess we have influencer, superhero, or Trump's hairdresser.
Nice.
Those are your suggestions from the audience tonight. But I'm sure you have a lot of material to talk about with regards to life coach. Are you ready, Bala?
Yep.
Okay, in that case, breath. We're going to cheer for you. Lisa coming with a late comment of the dream job being a house cat. I also would like to be a house cat. If you're ready, Bala, your time starts.
Oh, hello there. I have an important question for you. Have you ever found yourself at work at 9 in the night, cursing your boss and hoping that you did something different? Yes, we've all been there, but I'm here to tell you something very important. Quite honestly, hope-inducing. You can be the CEO of your own life. Yes, I'm here to tell you all of the ways that you can manifest the life that you want for yourself. Look at your life right now. You are flushing yourself and your potential literally, quite literally, down the toilet. And I'm here to tell you that you need to stop doing that. Because what you are is way more than what belongs in the toilet. You belong in the sink of the universe, not in the toilet of hell. And so, I'm going to take you through some techniques that I employ in my own life to make sure that I manifest and capture exactly what I want. When I was 17, I thought to myself, when would I know that I'd made it in life? And the answer came to me immediately. I would make it in life when I was able to ride a cow into a boardroom meeting. And you know what happened 7 years later? I did exactly that. So that was the first step. You need to create tangible, real goals that you can go out there and achieve. We need to plan and then execute. That's how we do it. Another client of mine had this very, I would say offbeat, but I'm not here to judge. This very offbeat dream of being in a very non-traditional family. Yes, she wanted exactly one wife and two husbands, and she wanted to create this really cute Christmas card that she had seen somewhere, and she manifested it. She dreamt it. She put a plan in place, and she went out there, hit up all of those dating apps, and finally was able to create her little non-traditional family unit. We don't judge here, but it was one of her goals, and I helped her achieve it. Sometimes, when you don't visualize your goals, it'll feel like you are quite literally chewing down on a rubber board. And even though other more qualified people, like a nurse, might be doing the same thing, it doesn't mean that it's the right thing. And I would really beg all of my viewers today to really visualize. If you have any goals like being Trump's hairdresser, just think about it. Is that a real goal? Or are you chewing down on sponge and rubber and you're not even aware of it? I would like to next show you one of my most successful campaigns so far. I was the creator of this, actually. This is what you need to employ in life. You need to yes and yourself and your dreams harder, as hard as you can. And what do I mean by yes and? You need to accept with all of the shit that you've been dealt with. Yeah. And then you have to add to it. I mean, you can add whatever you would like, but in this case, you need to add a plan to it and then go out there and execute. If you don't do that, you know what will happen? Maybe 10 years down the line, this could be your future. You could be ballroom dancing in the corridor of a high school with the skeleton in the biology lab. Why? Because you decided that you would stay a biology teacher in high school, thereby making you lonely, miserable, and with a bunch of weird kinks that nobody can ever accept. Do you really want that to be your life? That's what I thought. So, my advice to you right now, at this moment, look at me. Cut the crap. Okay? And that's what I mean by cut the crap. Just think about what you want to achieve and remove all of the fluff and all of the crap that comes along with it. Am I worth it? Am I capable enough? No. I'm here to tell you that if you think you're capable, you are. If anyone tells you that you need a degree, tell them to take that stink and get out of here, because we are not here for that negativity, friends. We are here only and only for the positivity that is naturally available in the universe. You don't want the stench of their negativity, clouding your mind and your instincts. You need to keep surging ahead and making sure that you get exactly what you want. Like I said, you have to be the CEO of your own life. And here's a little side tip that I've been promoting. The greatest way to achieve your goals is to ensure that you're single, because when you're single, you're happy. I'm telling you, as someone who has tried the other path, and if you're someone who hasn't, let me save you and let me cut the crap for you. You can achieve your goals all on your own without a partner, without children. I more emphasis on the second point. So just go for it, aim for it, visualize it, and the final step to this is my concluding step, and it's something that a lot of my clients, when they get to this point, they're like, "You could have just told us this in the beginning." And I'm like, "What? Like, how will I get paid?" This is the secret of how you can achieve exactly what you want. You need to have a moving target which you can aim and shoot at. It's very counterintuitive, right? Like you want the target to be still, but no. You need to constantly reevaluate your goals and then make sure that you're making the right shot at the right target. And that way, you're going to end up with the job you want, with the wife or the husband or the partner that you want, with the house you want, with the car you want. Everything you want can be yours. If you want to follow me and get more of my insights, just follow me on business guru coach entrepreneur startup.com. You'll find my tips for all of those things. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hey, I audibly cheered when you said cut the crap. That was genuinely great. It seems the audience loved it as well. Rudra says the slides are awesome. Oh no, wait, sorry. Rudra says she's cheering for you. We've got a lot of other people cheering for ICP as well.
Yay!
And
Thank
for
you,
you as
fan.
well. Speaking of ICP, I believe you have something to tell us about.
Yes. We're turning 5, and when we turn 5, what do? We decide to put ourselves through no sleep. So we're doing a 24-hour improvathon, which is going to be streamed on Twitch, starting 8 p.m. on Saturday Indian Standard Time and ending 8 p.m. on Sunday Indian Standard Time. We're going to have acts from across the universe. So be there.
And if they want to learn more about this, where do they go to? Is there like a Facebook page or?
Yes, you can look out for Improv Comedy Bangalore. That's our page on Facebook, at IC Bangalore on Instagram. Follow the Adamant Eves, that is the all women improv ensemble, India's first and only, and I'm artistic director. So that's also very cool. Or find me on Facebook.
Where do you have the time to do so many things? Who is your life coach helping you to visualize success?
Me.
That is the best secret. Be your own life coach. Sumanth has a time zone question.
Is 8 p.m. IST 10 p.m. IST? I don't know. Time zones are weird. Maybe I don't know what that question means. 8 p.m.
You know what?
IST.
Just Google it, dude. Google can convert time zones better than people. Thank you so much, Bala. And
Thank you.
Looking forward to your anniversary bash. Happy birthday. And now it's time for us to promote something. We're going to move to our next slide. If you like this presentation, if you want to find out more, if you want to catch our next show, please follow us on Instagram. We have not too many followers, but we'll absolutely appreciate if you follow us as well. And also, before we end the show, let's bring on all our speakers for one final little Brady Bunch sort of wave. We're going to bring all our speakers back on. Hi, everyone. Give us a wave. They don't need to see that I'm my shiny forehead. And also, I say goodbye to our audience. Thank you so much all for participating.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks all.
We're going to pull on our show producer, Yunqing, to say a few words as well.
I'm muted again! Yay! So thank you guys for watching the show. We are coming back on in August, late August. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. That's the end of our show. Thank you so much for coming. Right. Please look forward to our next show. Please follow us on Facebook. Please share this with your friends. Please like this. And if you'd like to participate as well, please message us either on Instagram or Facebook or PPTK.TV/tribute. With that, good evening and good night.
Bye-bye.